Our weekly Hometown Heroes presented by Central Ozarks Medical Center. Every single week we highlight someone in the Lake community that has done something great, serves others, and this week, special to me, it's Nathan Rinne. Nathan's a Renaissance man from Higginsville who moved his wife and kids here to the lake to pursue his own business, Rinne Trimcraft, as a master woodworker. And let me tell you, his work is superb. He's been highlighted in national magazines. He's won awards. And you can see on screen some of the custom work the guy has done. It's unbelievable. But what a lot of people don't know, Chris, he's also a multi-talented musician. Seriously, I listened to a song he wrote called Open Range, which he sang and played everything except the fiddle. And it was incredible. It was kind of his story about trying to do music in the city and the things he was feeling. And he brought in his neighbor at the time who she played the fiddle through it. But wow. I had no idea that Nathan was a talented musician. He wrote, he sang, played other instruments, brought in the fiddle. That link can be found in the comments. I'll make sure I share that. But most recently of note, Nathan, you could call him a little bit of a political hero. He's went to battle. Now, he's truly put his life business and many of his priorities on hold to get involved, fight for what is right, and expose what he feels is wrong. There are many people who have gotten involved. Chris, we've gotten involved, Stacey Shore, Gail Griswold, Josh Butterfield, James Gohagan, Ike Skelton. I mean, you could go on and on, but Nathan's paid the biggest price personally and been the leader of this necessary change. To be honest, if it weren't for Nathan Rinne, most of us would have no idea about not only the wrongdoings that had been taking place in Camden County, but the depth of these wrongdoings. Nathan has played a huge role in voting out the likes of Greg Hasty and Caleb Cunningham. And of course, these activities don't truly define him, but I believe what does is the side that most people don't get to see, and that's as a husband, a father, and a friend. One thing that the person who nominated him said, Nathan has always stuck up for the little guy. Even when the odds were stacked against him, and against all odds, he's prevailed. Get this, believe it or not, our own Sheriff Tony Helms once called Nathan Rinne the greatest seeker of truth he's ever seen.
Wow.
And I'd have to agree with that statement. If he didn't want a brighter future for his family and his friends, he wouldn't do what he does in seeking the truth. He keeps those in power honest, and for that, I'm nominating him for Hometown Hero. That was Camden County Commissioner James Gohagan, who nominated Nathan. And I want to say there truly are no words to amply represent the magnitude of what Nathan has accomplished. And for those of you who may be like, I still don't know about Nathan Rinne, I still just look at him as someone on Facebook who trolls or who stirs trouble, I would invite you to try to get and sit down with Nathan Rinne. And I imagine if you're like me, you'll be left pleasantly surprised with the man sitting across from you. And I truly believe Camden County is going to be a better place for many years to come, a much more transparent place, and a place that we're all proud to call our home. We want to thank Camden County Commissioner James Gohagan, who nominated Nathan, and I'd have to agree with Commissioner Gohagan in regards to Nathan Rinne. That's why Nathan is this week's Central Ozarks Medical Center Hometown Hero. And all of us here at Lake TV, Nathan, we absolutely tip our cap to you, and we thank you for all you've done. And that is one that, Chris, I can't say enough. That is very deserving because at one point in time, Nathan Rinne was just looked at by a lot of people as someone who stirred trouble. Greg Hasty called him a witch hunt leader of a Facebook group, and it's no longer that small Facebook group. And so that's why Nathan Rinne is this week's Central Ozarks Medical Center Hometown Hero.
That's quite a quote from Sheriff Helms.
Yeah.
The greatest seeker of truth he's ever seen. That's pretty amazing.
Says it all right there.
It pretty much does, yeah. And I know you did a mic'd up on Lake TV with him before the elections, talking about a lot of the bad stuff going on, the tapes that he had put out and stuff like that. And I heard from a lot of people that watched that, said, that's a side of Nathan I've never seen before, and it really had an effect on me. So that was powerful.
Yeah, and I've heard that from many, many people, Chris. And what I love about this guy is he is one of the most intelligent, well-studied. He knows the law better than anyone I've ever met. I mean, he studies, he's Sunshine Request, he reads, and I have learned a lot in my journalism career as far as how to go about legal stories, proceedings, and it's been with the help of Nathan Rinne, because he literally rolls up his sleeve and he does the work. And like I said, a lot of times it costs to his own business, to his own family, to his own interest, but we're all the recipients and the benefactors of that effort.